An extremely important drug approved in July 2025 by the US FDA, asked in your USMLE and NEET PG exam, that is Linvoseltamab, also known as Linvoseltamab GCPT. This is FDA approved bispecific antibody for relapsed or refractory multiple myeloma. A lot of deaths have occurred due to multiple myeloma, so we need to institute better medicines for relapsed or refractory multiple myeloma. And these drugs approved by the US FDA are common stuff for people to set questions on, because just now in July and August, exam is in August, you can get a question on this. Mechanism of action, first of all, this is a bispecific antibody targeting BCMA, which is present on myeloma cells and CD3, which is present on T cells. Okay, basically how does it act is it redirects T cells to kill malignant plasma cells. You know humoral immunity, cell mediated immunity, right? Humoral immunity is mediated by antibodies, B cells. T cells basically constitute cell mediated immunity. They phagocytose the infecting organism. So here the malignant plasma cells and B cells get converted to plasma cells before producing antibodies. You can remember it by BPH, benign prostatic hyperplasia. B cells get converted to plasma cells to provide humoral immunity by producing antibodies. Fine. But this is, you need to remember, not personalized like the CAR T therapy which I told you about. It is not personalized like the CAR T therapy. It is used as an off the, but now it is approved, so maybe FDA approval it gained in 2nd of July 2025 for adults with relapsed or refractory multiple myeloma. Relapsed or refractory multiple myeloma. The other criteria is must have had more than 4 prior therapies, including PI protease inhibitors, IMID immunomodulatory drugs, and anti-CD38. If therapy has been done and it has been failed more than 4 times, then we go for this medicine. Clinical trials done on it is LINKER-MM1, in which it was seen that the median time to response was 4 weeks and 89% maintained response at 9 months. 89% maintained response at 9 months. Then safety profile, boxed warning, it can cause cytokine release syndrome, about which I have told you also, which is extremely toxic. Cytokine release syndrome, and it can also cause neurologic toxicity. Neurologic toxicity. Other adverse effects are it is toxic to the liver, hepatotoxicity, the blood cells, the white blood cells, neutrophils decrease, and if neutrophils decrease it is known as neutropenia, and it can cause infections. It is administered under the REMS program. This can be asked in your USMLE NEET PG exam. It is administered under the REMS program. Then the dosing schedule is important. We give it in a form of a step up dosing. On day 1 we start with 5 milligram, day 8 25 milligram, and finally on day 15 we have 200 milligram. After that, how do we proceed with the dosing? This you need to memorize and learn it by heart. Weekly for 10 weeks. And after you give every week for 10 weeks, then we give it for 10 weeks it is given bi-weekly, twice a week. Then thereafter for first 10 weeks bi-weekly, first day, 8th day, 15th day, because it is highly toxic. Then after that bi-weekly, once a week for the first 10 weeks. And if VGPR is more than monthly, we have to give monthly only if more VGPR at 24 weeks. So just summarizing it, it is the first BCMA CD3, that is bispecific. See, BCMA and CD3, two bispecific antibody with response adapted schedule, Then what we get here is high response rate and deep remissions. It is a safer alternative to CAR T therapy, which I have told you earlier. Safer alternative to CAR T, but requires monitoring. For CRS or ICANS. This also you know. Bye.